All right, and a good Sunday to you. Welcome to another episode of JD's Deep Cut Sunday Tracks. I was on a little hiatus there for about 3 weeks, I believe. Didn't get a chance to do some videos, work, stuff, holidays, all that stuff. Uh, just got preoccupied with other stuff. But I'm back. Missed you all, VC. You guys are great. Hopefully you've caught up on some videos maybe there, but I will make 100% effort to keep it up on a weekly basis. I was contemplating adding something midweek, a midweek episode, trying to think up of topics and stuff here. All right, a really special episode today. Okay, very rare album, album-wise at least. Big artist. One of my favorite, probably my favorite vocalist singer in the hard rock metal world. To me, he's the best. Okay, great vocalist, great musician, great vocal melody arranger. Big in the late 70s, 80s. Was with all that metal scene in the 80s. Big, big name. As far as solo wise, some of you might recognize this album, maybe not, but it is a special album because it's very rare. Took me years to finally come across it, purchase it. Okay, the band we're talking about is Elf, ELF. Okay, Elf. This band came out in the late 60s. I'm sure you recognize, maybe you don't, but band that came out in the late 60s hard rock scene. They had about 3 albums. The debut album is my favorite, probably their best. Okay, but we're talking about Elf. Consisted of lead singer bassist Ronnie James Dio. Okay, of Dio fame, rainbow vocalist in the beginning. Okay. But again, my favorite vocalist singer in the metal world, okay, especially in that early 80s vocalist there. Very special, very unique. Dio was, okay. So we're talking about Elf's debut album, okay, self-titled, okay. He was known as Ronald James Patavona here, okay. Played bass. And sang. Okay, this is a great album. Okay, this is a really good album. Sounds great for the time. The sound is awesome. Okay, up there with all great hard rock albums that came out in the early 70s. In that hard rock world, Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, all those bands. Elf, this was a great album. Okay, he was known as Ronald James Patavona there. Okay, played bass. This album has a mixture of blues, hard rock, even Dixie piano. You can hear it with the blues songs. Nevermore is a song we're showcasing here. Nevermore is a great hard rock power ballad, mind you. But it has, like I said, it has some blues stuff in there. First Avenue, good blues riff. Hoochie Coochie Baby, Lady, sorry, is kind of a lot of Dixie piano. Courtesy of Mickey Lee Soley. Okay, did a lot of piano, keyboard work there. Gary Driscoll, drums, great drummer. And then David Fanstra was the guitar player there. Really good. Little anecdote here. When Richie Blackmore heard this band, he actually took them on as his band for Rainbow. Okay. But I guess they went their ways, a little fallout there, and ended up only Dio was the one who came along. Cozy Powell was in the band as well, and then the other members. I believe the first album there was 2 members from Elf. Okay, but of course we know the rest is history. After that, you had other great musicians that came on with Rainbow. Jolyn Turner, you know, keyboard player, great keyboard player as well. Um, Different incarnations of Rainbow, but you know, Richie took Elf as his backup band in the early years. Okay, but this is a really good album. Like I said, it has a mixture of hard rock, blues, Dixie piano, keyboard. Sounds good though. You got to check it out. I'll put the link to the song Nevermore. It's a great power ballad. For the time, I mean, it sounds great for the time. Um, this is a hard to find album, but you know, if you make the effort, you might come across it. Okay, um, but yeah, I got lucky that I came across it. Okay, but yeah, this album came out in 1972, early 70s. But yeah, up there with Budgie, Advanced Budgie. You know, Deep Purple was out. You know, Black Sabbath. But they were a little less known. But of course, we all know Dio when he got into Rainbow. Man, great debut album by Rainbow. You know, Richie's Blackmore's Rainbow. And I believe there was two musicians from Elf that were on that album. Bass, I believe, and maybe the keyboard player went along, but then they had a fallout and they left, and Dio's the only one who stayed. Okay, so check it out. Check out Elf. You always hear or read on write-ups about him being part of Elf as the first band he had, but love all his solo stuff is great as well. Okay, so we'll make it a little short but sweet on the comeback. Thank you, VC, for watching the videos. Check them out. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend. Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm contemplating doing a midweek episode. Just trying to think of the topic here. I've been doing a lot of late 60s, 70s psychedelic stuff lately. This is one of my favorite genres. A little bit of hard rock stuff there too. But doing the think tank thing here, trying to see what I could come up with to surprise you all for a midweek episode. All right. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. All right.